Yeah, and we're really similar right there. I think Hedgesville's going to battle. I do think they have improved, but I think Musselman.
Hey, I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Braden, and we are Brothers Bin Blasting, your bin blasting all-stars.
A unique sanitizing service begins right after your local trash collection. With a scheduled pickup time and location, we arrive promptly to clean your bins on the spot.
Our advanced 360-degree cleaning heads and pressurized water heated to over 200 degrees ensures a powerful blast blasting away 99% of all germs and bacteria. Visit our website at brosbinblasting.com and use code GETBLASTED to receive 50% off your first cleaning.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality. Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Transform your yard with custom fence and deck, where elegance meets function. Serving Martinsburg and surrounding areas for over 30 years, our expertly crafted decks and fences offer both beauty and protection. From classic woodwork to modern vinyl, experience the craftsmanship that truly elevates your space.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle with True Performance Fitness. I'm one of the owners here. True Performance Fitness as a whole, we brought this gym to the area and we wanted to bring every walk of fitness in one building. So that's exactly what we did. We have strongman, powerlifting, bodybuilding, CrossFit. We have posing rooms, a full turf, a full track outside. We even have a basketball court. We wanted everything to be under one roof. So that's just kind of the thing that we did. We also went out and we made sure that we got top of the line equipment. We also make sure that all the pads and everything are getting replaced and all the machines are being taken care of properly. That's just something we strive to do for this community. We also like to give back to the community with donations, fundraisers, and other stuff for like kids and the families around. So that's just kind of who we are as a gym, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
And good afternoon, guys, and welcome to Washington High School here at Terry Marcus Stadium. We've got a special treat for you guys today as we are announcing and broadcasting the game between the EP Calvary and the Watkins Hornets out of the PG County. And, Drew, I tell you, this game should be something special. Once again, I'm sorry, I'll go back. I'm your host, J.D. Fritz. I jumped ahead of myself along with Drew Pitzer. A lot of games we've televised and streamed this week. But, Drew, we will recap real quick before we get to this game. The game last night, man, that was a special game, and I really enjoyed it. I know you did. We talked about it last night and this morning. What were your thoughts?
Man, I tell you what, a double overtime thriller last night at Jackson Rockwell. Passed to close out the game, had 5 touchdowns, 3 of them, 3 air, 2 on the ground. Again, that was a gutsy performance in 2 straight weeks, JD. Jefferson has won by a single point against undefeated teams. Great performance as we move to the latter half of the EPAC football season.
Yeah, it should be exciting last few weeks in high school football in particular. But now to get to this game, we've got the EP Calvary coming in. They're better known as the Airstrike Boys. They're 6-1, taking on Watkins Hornets. They are 7-1. They are a D1 team. Calvary's a D2 team. Could be possibly a D1 team, but the game's getting ready to get underway. We were a little short on time as the other game ran over, so we're going to get right into this game, Drew, and see what happens. Should be an exciting game.
Yeah, I'm excited to get ready to check out these Airstrike Boys. I've heard so much about them, not only just this year, but last year too. Our first time calling one of their games. Extremely talented, and Azzy Thomas, Darren Thomas's son, plays quarterback. He will air it out up to about 25 times a night. So I'm excited to see how this team is going to come out against a Division I team that's a perennial national championship contender.
Yeah, Drew, and the team, the Watkins Hornets, they're primarily a run power run team. They play that double wing. So we'll see how that will kind of, if it presents a problem for the EP Calvary, as they only had a couple days to prepare for this team. Schedules kind of conflicted with the other team previously scheduled. And, so they had to kind of quickly change game plans on the fly and switch over here to the Watkins Hornets.
Yeah, again, it has to be super difficult to game plan for Ginn Elite. You were expecting to play them all the way up until Wednesday evening, and then when we had Darren Thomas on our podcast, he was just so, positive about, hey, this is just going to be a different challenge for us. We're going to go out there and attack them the same way. They played another team that plays exactly like this. The offensive coordinator actually is the other offensive coordinator here from Watkins' elite brother. So they run a lot of similar stuff. So I think they'll be able to adjust to that. And this team right here, I know they're Division II, JD, but they are extremely talented. You look at both sides, I think it's just going to be a fantastic game.
So we have just a slight delay. Officials are conversating about something over there as number 31, Brock Corbin, will be kicking off for the EP Calvary. Back deep for Watkins is number 7, Zion Jackson. And we'll see a lot of him in the backfield today. With that double wing, they do run a lot of running back by committee. So we'll see Jackson, and we'll also see number 6, Vincent Connor, in there as well. Marquise Campbell, number 3. So they like to use a lot of different guys running the football, Drew.
Yeah, again, that gives you so many more options. It's hard to key on different type of guys who have different strengths as well. So I'm really excited to see how number 17, Nakai Vinny, goes out there. He is their starting quarterback. I heard great reviews about him. Coach Lottie, who is the head coach of the Watkins Hornets, spoke ravely about him. So this is just going to be a fantastic game. Great playmakers on both sides of the ball, also have some size, and kickoff is about to start. Let's get after it.
And we had a little pooch kick there, taken there by number 0. He's going to cut out to the middle of the field, try to get to this side, can't do it. Tackled right there around the 45-yard line. That was Nicholas Moore, who actually is tied for interceptions on this team for Watkins, along with Josh Bennett. So look for them guys to step up big on the defense. So, again, as you mentioned, out comes Nakai Vinny in this double wing offense for the Hornets.
It's going to be interesting to see what type of defensive pressure they're going to bring right here. It looks like they're going to get more into a 4-6 type set with a one single high safety. So that's an interesting adjustment. I know that's not typically what they like to do. We'll see how this works against this double wing set.
So they come out here, 2 receivers to the near side here. Single running back. Nakai under center, hands it to the running back, number 7. He's got a little room to this near side, pushing his way near the first down. Looks like he's going to be short about a yard, so picked up 9 there for Zion Jackson right away on first down, Drew.
Again, you spoke about him earlier. We're going to hear a lot of him tonight. A really strong, powerful running back with a great burst, too. That was a great run for his first play of the game.
Yeah, it was. So bring up second and a long one, we'll call it, just short of the 45-yard line. So, again, coming out here in a 2-receiver set. A little power set formation here to the right. Jackson, the single back. The handoff goes to Jackson again. He stutters ahead. Picks up enough for the first down. A nice little jump cut down towards the 40-yard line.
Yeah, again, and you see, JD, this isn't the double wing that we were expecting to see. You see the adjustments that were already made going into this game. I love to see it. Both these teams have incredibly high football IQ. There's adjustments already being made to adjustments.
Yeah, and you see just the dynamic athleticism of Zion Jackson, making a man miss right there at the line of scrimmage, picking up 4 in the first down. So far, good first drive here for the Hornets. So Jackson and also looks like number 6, Vincent Connor in the backfield, kind of like a little offset fullback. The handoff goes to Jackson again. He's trying to break free, can't do it. Going to be stopped for no gain. So good defensive surge that time by the Calvary.
Yeah, that was Henry Smith right there coming in and making that shoestring tackle. If he would have broke that Zion Jackson speed, he probably would have been gone. He was still in the end zone right now.
Yeah, he had a lot of room to the outside there. So 2nd and 10, ball on the 40.
And this Calvary team, their defensive line is, you can see the size of them and the weight too. They're a phenomenal front 4.
Yeah, a lot of not only power but athleticism there, especially on the ends there. A little I formation. He's going to go to Jackson. He stutters a little bit. Let's see He picks up 5 on the play, so another good gain on first down to bring up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, again, this is now – it looks like they have it as 3rd and 5 right now, so you have –
third.
Yeah, definitely it's just 2-down territory. You know they're going to try to move the ball, maybe get 2 or 3 yards right here. Been running the football consistently. All 4 of their plays have been run, so let's not see them change it up right here.
Yeah, and trying to get as much information from one of the coaches earlier because we didn't know a lot about Watkins coming into this game. They will throw when needed, so possibly look for a pass and see if they run a little bootleg action maybe here, trying to get the Calvary fooled as they come out again with single back in the backfield as Jackson, 2 receivers to the far side. Handoff goes to Jackson straight up the middle. He breaks free down inside the 25 to about the 22 goes Zion Jackson. So another good gain for a first down, Drew.
Again, he had a hole right there that he can drive a semi-truck through it. That was great offensive line work right there. Great communication. First down, Watkins.
We see them having a lot of success so far in between the tackles on this first drive, something that the Calvary's going to have to address here really soon. Again, handoff goes to Jackson. He sidesteps one tackler, picks up about 3. So they're inside the 20 now at about the 19-yard line.
And that was Cohen Cackley right there. And on the pressure, he has 2 tackles early on in this game. We got to see how the airstrike boys are going to adjust their defensive line. They seem like they're getting pushed off the ball quite early and often. That's allowing Zion Jackson to get yards on the tape.
So 2nd and 8. So we got a single receiver to the far side of the formation. Here's a little wing set with a power back. Shotgun handoff goes to Jackson. He's looking for some room. He's going to be tackled there, but forward progress will give him about 2 or 3 more yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 now for the Hornets.
And that was Javen Babo right there on the tackle. You see his size. He's got to be the biggest player on the field. Again, that makes it 3rd and 7. We don't know how much time is left. It looks like the clock is not currently working right now, but it has to at least be moving towards about 5 or 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
So now 3rd down. We'll call it 7 here for the Hornets. Ball is on the 17-yard line of the Calvary. So we've already seen several different formations. Now they're in the I formation once again. 2 receivers to the far side. Handoff goes to Jackson. Again, dancing his way, trying to find some room. And he does pick up enough for another Hornets first down, Drew, and that'll move the chains again.
Yeah, his yards after contact early and often in his first drive has been phenomenal. He at least has about 15 yards after getting that initial contact. Impressive running back here by Zion Jackson.
Yeah, so far it's been the Zion Jackson show for the Hornets, and the Calvary's going to have to find some way to stop that penetration, and he's just picking his way and finding 3 or 4 yards here and there until they can move the chains again. But good-looking drive so far for Watkins.
Yeah, again, and if I'm the defensive coordinator for the EP Calvary, I'm going to maybe put another a defender on the line, more of a mug look, and you see they have 5 on the defensive line right here.
So they bring out 2 receivers to the near side. The far receiver is number 10, Josh Bennett. They're going to run it straight up the middle to Jackson. He's inside the 5. And again, Jackson's been carrying the ball every play so far. It's got to be 6 or 7 carries now at least for Jackson. He's down to the 4, so it'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, I believe it's been 8 plays, and he's touched the ball every time, so that's 8 carries. And right there, he broke 3 tackles running inside the tackle. So what a run here. He's a very impressive running back.
Yeah, he looks phenomenal. He looks the part, and he definitely plays the part as he gets a break here finally. As number 3 now, Marquise Campbell comes in the game to replace him. He's in the backfield. Makai Vinny under center. He's going to hand it to Campbell. Campbell can't get a hold of the ball. He fumbles it, but falls on it. So he's able to recover it, but a loss of about 3 on the play. So crucial near turnover there by the Hornets, but back in the game comes Zion Jackson.
Yeah, he's reminding me a little bit of the Montez Dyson guy that we saw last night. Got the ball every single play, and then when they took him out, you saw negative yardage happen. He gets put right back in the game.
Yeah, unfortunately for Campbell, he wasn't able to kind of get the handle on the ball. I'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 6. Nakai under center, I formation. Handoff goes to Jackson. He's bouncing it outside. Maybe picks up 2 more on the play. So it's going to be 4th and goal from about the 4. So a big defensive play here for the Calvary if they can come up with one. And Drew, I would have to think number 7 is a good possibility he will get the ball once again.
And I think they're going to stick to the same formula. They're going to run the football, but this time I think they're going to try to get him outside the hash marks, try to make somebody miss, because right there he's a dangerous guy. When you're compacted right here and you have everybody in the middle of the field, the way they've been running the football between the tackles, I'm going to try to change it up, see if he can go make somebody miss, try to get to the pylon.
Yeah, I like a bootleg action in this. I'm just a big bootleg guy, and I just wonder if they have an option play or a pitch play, a quick pitch play to get that ball out there to Jackson a little bit quicker. And here comes the bootleg. Number 17, Nakai Venny, trying to get to the edge, doesn't do it, and he's stopped there. Number 5 coming up big for the Calvary, and that's Ashad Hale. And we're going to see a lot of him here on offense next, Drew.
Yeah, again, Hale makes a great play. He centered enough, and he initiated the contact, made that tackle. First down, airstrike, boys.
It almost seemed like the coaches knew that was coming. But that is good. I mean, to be prepared for that, I thought that the bootleg would have been a good play to run. Evidently, Calvary thought so too, and they were there to make the stop.
Yeah, it was great. Bend, don't break action. You saw, it's unfortunate for Watkins. You ran about 10 plays right there. Don't get to the end zone. Don't get any points. Now we see little Azzy Thomas out here, highly rated quarterback, see what he can do on his very deep in his own end.
And we will see these airstrike boys right away in the gun. Azzy Jackson hands it to Hale. Hale's looking for some room. Can't find anybody. Still on his feet. And he's a tough guy to bring down. He pushes ahead. Might have probably gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Great pursuit there by that Hornets defense.
Again, you saw the penetration that they created. And he had nowhere to go. He had to break 2 tackles, even get back to the line of scrimmage. Ended up getting a yard. Second down here in about 9.
And the Calvary pinned there kind of deep in their own territory at about the 6. So we'll see. It's 2nd and long here where they come out here with a pass. It's number 8 now. Jackson coming in, got the play. As we know, Jackson is an All-American, nationally ranked quarterback. And that's going to be the end of the quarter. We don't have the scoreboard, but the officials have the time. And that's going to do it for our first quarter of play here at Washington High School. And we're all tied at 0. And we're going to take our first commercial break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
We have been the local hangout spot to watch a game and meet up with family and friends. With over 15 TVs, there isn't a bad seat in the house. We have arcade games, including the world's largest Pac-Man, 2 pool tables, and more. Serving a full food menu ranging from appetizers to steak dinners, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days a week and later on weekends. Daily drink and food specials, and of course, happy hour from 3 to 6 Monday through Friday. Come on out to Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill.
Looking to enhance the beauty of your outdoor space? Look no further than R&L Landscapes. We understand that your outdoor space is more than just a yard. It's a place where memories are made with loved ones and where you find peace and tranquility. Our team of professionals will work closely with you to bring your vision to life. From expert design and installation to meticulous maintenance, we are committed to delivering breathtaking results that will make your neighbors green with envy. With our state-of-the-art equipment, we guarantee exceptional craftsmanship that will withstand the test of time. Contact R&L Landscapes
And we are
today.
back here, Home Team Sports TV, J.D. Fritz, along with Drew Pitzer once again, Drew. And I'll tell you, we watched the good first quarter of play. EP Calvary stopped the Watkins Hornets on 4th down. They have the ball, but it's 2nd and 8, deep in their own territory to start this second quarter.
Yeah, see what they're going to put the ball in Azzy Thomas's hands, see if he can air it out a little bit. You know, they have a lot of really good receivers here, especially number 2, Jaden Sykes. I've heard rave reviews from Darren Thomas, head coach of the EP Calvary. See what he does here.
They call him Mr. Entertainment, but nothing going there for Hale as he is stuffed. Nowhere to go, and it's going to bring him up a big 3rd down here, Drew.
Again, this defensive pressure from the Watkins elite has been impressive through 2 plays. Looks like we have an injury down on the field.
And we'll see if that's – looks like it's going to be one of their interior linemen. Thought it could have been Hale for a second. I don't think so. So we ended the first quarter trying to get this scoreboard up and running, which we do.
It's 9:38 about left here to go in this second quarter.
And he is up on his feet. He's going to be able to walk off under his own power. I believe that's number 9, Liam Brewster.
Yeah, hope the best for Liam. Looks like he's a little gingerly off of that left leg, but these kids are tough and resilient. Hopefully he can get back out there and play this game.
Yeah, and Liam, I believe, who's the center, so we're going to have to bring another guy in that could change the cadence, change the snap. So a lot here riding on a big 3rd and 9 for the Calvary as they are getting a couple quick practice snaps in.
And that's William Beachley, I believe, who's now coming in for Brewster.
So 2 receivers here to the near side. That's Jaden Sykes out wide. Single receiver. They're going to throw the ball. Thomas looking for a man. Can't find a man. He's going to take off and run. He's got the first down out past the 15, near the 20-yard line. Let's see where they mark him, Drew. I think they're going to mark him right around the 18 or the 19.
Yeah, that was a great read right there, too. He went through his first option, his second option. He saw the alley. He took it. Great speed there from Thomas. First down, airstrike boys.
Well, they gave him a little bit more forward progress there at the 20, so I think sometimes with these travel officials, wherever they kind of roll over, once they get tackled, they roll over, maybe get a little extra yard, half a yard on the play.
Right.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 20-yard line. Hale in the backfield with Thomas. Hale's trying to bounce it outside. Nowhere to go as he stays on his feet, still going, but still going to be tackled for a loss of about 2, but great effort by Hale. He didn't have it, so that was all Hale. The blocking kind of broke down there, Drew, but ends up in a loss.
Again, you see kind of the impact of not having Liam Brewster out there. A little bit of tough of a snap. Thomas recovered well, but the defensive pressure has been great every single play. The offensive line has to step up and create the penetration and stop it.
Okay, so Thomas comes in, gets the play. So I'm bringing up 2nd and 12 now. Ball's on the 18-yard line. So far, we haven't seen a whole lot of throwing the football. It's 3 receivers here to the near side. As Sykes, the inside receiver this time. Single receiver to the far side. Thomas going to air it out to Sykes. Got a hand on it, but was double covered. Good defense there by the Hornets.
Yeah, it was great defense. He was double covered. You saw Sykes reached up. He almost had an opportunity to go make that play. And with his nickname, I thought he was going to bring that down.
Yeah, so that'll bring up 3rd down now. So big 3rd and 12 upcoming for the Calvary. Now, we get excited when we see the air out. We had a couple good calls last night in last night's high school game, Jefferson and Loudoun County.
Yeah, that primetime dime from Jackson Rockwell to Keem Drake late in the second quarter, make it a 14-14 ball game. Really impressive throw. See if we have any more primetime dimes this evening, Jay.
Right. So again, 3 receivers here to the near side. Jackson with the hard count gets the Hornets to jump. So that'll give them an extra 5 and make this 3rd down just a little bit easier.
It makes it about a 3rd and 8 now, and Coach Alan Corbin, the offensive coordinator for the Airstrike Boys, has a lot more that he could draw up for 8 yards instead of 13.
Absolutely. The same formation. Got Brian Cook here to the outside. Now Sykes, the slot in the middle with number 3, Carlos. The handoff goes to Hale straight up the middle, and you just see he's just such a load to bring down, just picking his way through the defense there. He's going to be near a 1st down, but I think a couple yards short, Drew.
Yeah, interesting choice right here. This is definitely 4th and a long 1 or 2. You know, at the end of the day, they have not been running the ball extremely well. You might want to air it out again because Azzy definitely has an arm to be able to make a play.
Yeah, and they've had more luck trying to run between the tackles than run outside. When you got a back the size of Hale, it looks like they might be bringing the punt unit, changing up some personnel here. So we'll see if they decide to punt the ball, maybe try to get them on a hard count is what they did the last time. So there's going to be a timeout, and we are going to take a timeout with them and hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Whether you are buying, selling, renting, or a seasoned investor, I got your back. My name is Cheryl Yates, an award-winning realtor with ERA Liberty Realty.
I've known Cheryl Yates for over 30 years now, and I've always found her to be the consummate real estate professional. On a personal level, Cheryl has handled 3 sales for us over the past 15 years or so and has done an excellent job on each and every one of them. She communicates extremely well, and you never have to worry about where you're at in the sales process.
What I like about Cheryl is she's dependable, she's on time, she's flexible, and she works hard to get the job done. We had our sales very quickly through Cheryl Yates.
Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
And we are back, Home Team Sports TV, here at Washington High School, where the EP Calvary host the Watkins Hornets. And right now, the Calvary have a big 4th and about 2 from their own 27, maybe 28-yard line. So big play here. Let's see if Hale gets the call. A little tight formation, no receivers as Hale's kind of offset to the right as he's going to take it himself, and it looks like he's got enough for the first down. So a gutsy call, not giving it to Hale, the big guy, as Azzy Thomas takes it himself.
Yeah, you see the way that he's able to run the football. He also has a 17-yard quarterback scramble early. So, again, you got to trust his legs as well, not just his arm that he's known for. He's definitely mobile.
So bring up first down now. Ball's on the 31-yard line. 7:20 here left to go in the half. We are all tied at 0. It's been a great defensive game so far. These two nationally ranked teams. Calvary with 2 receivers to the far side. Single receiver here to the near side is number 31. That's Brock Corbin. The handoff goes to Hale right up the middle. He picks up a couple more. Excuse me, that's going to be number 27 on the carry, John S.J. Knight. So give Hale a little bit of a break. So we'll see a couple backs for the Calvary as well. Hale is their main guy, but we will see a few guys get some carries just to kind of give him a little bit of a break.
Yeah, they really like Hale and SJ back there moving the football. They think that both of them bring power and then also bring speed. So Coach Corbin, he'll use either one of them.
As you see, Drew, now both are in the game. As he's back in the shotgun, he's going to let it fly. He's got a man. It's Jaden Sykes, and it looks like he stopped running a little bit. He had Sykes wide open for what would have been 6 for sure, Drew. Just couldn't quite make that connection.
And I think the sun had a little bit to do with that. If you look right now, right where we're looking, if Sykes is on the field, he's looking at the sun trying to make a play. Just didn't judge it right. Great ball, though, there from Azzy Thomas. Man, he lives up to what's advertised.
Yeah, he threw that ball every bit of 35 yards in the air. And Sykes, big, tall, long receiver, just couldn't quite run underneath of it.
Yeah, and you see his mechanics, too. That's what I really noticed. He stepped right into the ball. He put his foot, the tip of his toe, right where he wanted to launch the football at. Again, that was a great delivery. Just a little bit bad adjustment there from Sykes.
I'm definitely probably come back to that, so we'll keep an eye on that as they have split backfield, Hale in motion. Thomas going to have the middle screen, and that was snuffed out really well by that Hornets defense as it was tipped away and nearly intercepted.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the tip drill interception. Great hand there from Watkins. They've been creating defensive pressure from the front 4 all evening so far. And it looks like EP is going to have to punt this away.
Yeah, probably the best decision. 4th and 7 from their own 33. So good idea. Like the middle screen. Well played there by the Hornets. Looks like Sykes is also going to punt it away. And there's a whistle.
It looks like a timeout was called there from Watkins. So we'll stick right here, though, JD. Again, EP might not get the ball back, especially the way that Watkins ran the ball in the first quarter. They ate up at least 8 minutes off the clock. They have to be very careful to see what they can do defensively.
Yeah, and while we got a little time out, I'm going to thank our sponsors. We like to thank our sponsors as much as we possibly can, and we have Catro Law, Ameritech Tire and Auto, Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, ERA Liberty Realty, call Cheryl Yates, Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill, Cookies and Milk Daycare, True Performance Fitness, Brothers Bend Blasting, VFW Post 3522. And if you're interested in advertising your business, there's no better bang for your buck than right here on HTS TV. We broadcast to thousands of households, racking up over 400,000 views per month. We treat our sponsors like family and take pride in seeing your business grow. For more questions, go to www.hometeamsportstv.com or message us on Facebook. And we are back to live action now. The Calvary are set to punt it away on a 4th and 8. And it's going to be a fake, and Jaden Sykes is going to cut it to the near side here. Is he going to get the first down? He does, and a little more. Missed tackle. Had him stopped for a couple yards short there, Drew, but Sykes was able to slip through there, pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, that was a little confusing for Watkins. I don't know why they wouldn't have somewhat contained. They didn't even have anybody on the gunners. That almost looked like it was designed right from the beginning. First down, EP, and that's a smart play because they know they might not got the ball back this half.
Yeah, gutsy call and definitely at the right time because Watkins was not prepared for it at all. But it's those types of plays that sometimes can put you in position to score and possibly win you this football game.
Agree. First down, EP Calvary.
So 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the single receiver to the far side. Azzy with Hale in the backfield. Hale lowers his shoulder, picks up a couple on first down, but you just see Hale runs the ball so hard, and he just is always keeping his feet, and he's a very, very solid running back.
Yeah, again, it's both of these running backs. You know, Jackson probably has a little bit more speed from the Watkins side, but Hale's ability to lower his shoulder and get the extra yards, really impressive. 2nd and 7 here.
So we've already seen a multiple of formations and different plays from Calvary, so you just don't know kind of what they're going to pull out of their hat next. That's kind of what makes them so exciting and dynamic. You know, they love to air it out. We know that, but they definitely will run the football and ground and pound as well. So Thomas in the gun, Hale to his left. They're going to be a little option play. Pitches it to Hale. Hale's trying to get to the edge. He does. He turns it up the sideline, picks up enough for the first down, lowers his shoulder and runs over a man down near the 30. So that's what you get from Ashad Hale. When he gets out in the open space, you better watch out because he's like a tractor trailer coming through.
Again, that looked like a flashback to 05 and watching the runaway beer truck and Owen Schmidt trucking people. Man, that just got me hyped, JD.
Yeah, that was the best run by Hale by far, and to finish it off, lowering your shoulder and giving that guy a little extra something at the end of that run.
Yeah, that was a little Bo Scatabo. Like, he wasn't even looking to try to get down or get out of bounds. He's looking for somebody to try to hit.
So big play. Let's see if that kind of, pumps these guys up a little bit now and see what the Calvary can do here on 1st and 10. Ball is on the Watkins 35-yard line. 33. And we're going to have a whistle, and it looks like going to be a timeout. Coach Thomas doesn't like what he sees. So we're going to take another quick timeout and hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Buying or selling real estate? Cater Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Cater Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes a safe and successful.
And we are back, guys. Home Team Sports here live at Washington High School. J.D. Fritz joined by Drew Pitzer. And we just watched a big run there by Ashad Hale as Azzy Thomas back to throw once again. Airs it out. He's looking for Sykes. Sykes again just a little overthrown, kind of slowed up. I'm not sure. They aren't quite on the same page just yet. But like you mentioned earlier, Drew, we're not sure if that sun is affecting Jaden Sykes being able to see that football.
Yeah, I completely agree. He's not able to track it like he typically can. But you see, Azzy Thomas is looking early and often for him. They're going to keep going at him, too. Mr. Entertainment is what he's known. But great coverage there from number 0. That was Nicholas Moore from the Watkins Elite. He's playing great little coverage about 10 yards off the ball.
Yeah, well, you have that size advantage. You have a big, tall receiver like Sykes. I like maybe throwing a little bubble out here to him and see if he can create something on his own, use that size to get away from the defenders. We've tried to hit him on a couple deep shots here twice, not able to connect. So we got split backfield with Azzy Thomas. They're going to run the option again to Hale. It's nearly picked off in the air. Hale manages to pick it up, catch the ball, and turns it into something positive. He's going to get about 2 yards, and, geez, that was such a dangerous little pitch there, Drew. And it could have been back pick 6 to the house.
Yeah, that little lateral right there, that was number 6. Vincent Connor had his hands on it. It looked like, I was like, oh, that's going to the house. But I think if Azzy Thomas would have faked that pitch, he had a whole alley right up the middle of the field. There was nobody there. That would have been 6. So it could have been 6 both ways, nonetheless about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, and you just see Hale's strength. You know, any other running back would have gotten tackled for a 5 or 6 yard loss, but he's able to just stiff arm and just push these guys away from him enough to turn, you know, what would have been a loss into something positive. So that'll bring up 3rd and 7 now for the Calvary. 3:34 on a running clock here in this first half as we have an official's timeout with a player down for Watkins. And he gets back up now, so he's a little shaken up. He's going to walk off under his own power. So while we have a minute, Drew, we're going to go to our out-of-town scoreboard. You got some college updates for us?
Yeah, West Virginia is currently down 35-7 at UCF. That's about 11:23 left to go. We have a final from Shepherd University. They beat Bloomsburg 30-0. So 4 straight wins from Shepherd after starting the season 0-4. Really impressive. Starting to look like those Cougars, you know, from Jefferson High School too. But again, other than that, there's nothing really going on. We did see Vanderbilt. They beat LSU earlier today, 31-24. So a huge season for Vanderbilt. They're 6-1. Still have aspirations to get into the national championship picture.
Thank you, Drew. We'll come back with a few other scores and maybe recap some highlights from last night in the state of West Virginia for high school. So 3:27 left to go here in this first half. No score yet, so it's been a really defensive game so far, although the Cavalry's put a nice little drive together here in this second quarter with 3rd down coming up for the Calvary.
Yeah, both sides only had one possession. It's getting late here in the first half. I've been impressed with both the way these guys drive. Let's see if one of them can come up with a score.
Yeah, the Calvary's got this is their best opportunity to score right here. Because like you said, they probably wouldn't get the ball back. So they've got 3 receivers to the far side of the formation. They're going to swing it out to Sykes, a little hitch play. And Sykes has some room. He's got the first down inside the 20. And that's kind of what I was looking for earlier. They took a couple deep shots, weren't able to hook up, and they run that quick hitch there to Sykes and had 2 blockers out in front, picks up enough for a first down.
Yeah, and it allows Azzy to get into some rhythm, too. You allowed your best wide receiver one to also get a catch, get his feel into the game, see what that can build going into the second half. Still, first down, EP Calvary.
Yeah, so they ball marked on the 18-yard line of the Hornets. So a good mixture of run and pass here this series for the Calvary, as once again 3 receivers here to the near side. Hale in the backfield with Thomas. The handoff goes to Hale. He's got some daylight up the middle. He breaks off a tackle. He's inside the 10, inside the 5, pushing his way into the end zone for the Calvary touchdown and got one on the board finally, Drew.
Yeah, 2:30 left to go in this first half, and you see Hale. I mean, that's their bell cow. They're going to him early and often. I know they're the airstrike boys, but they can run the football too.
And you just see the power and strength of Hale, but there is a flag on the field, and it's all for naught, Drew. It's going to come back. I believe they're going to get called for a little holding there. So, unfortunately for Hale, they're going to have to do it all over again.
Yeah, sends it back to about the 25-yard line, makes it 1st and 20, and that was a late flag. It's hard to see it with the yellow markings on this field for the soccer games. So again, that's terrible. But 2:30 left to go. See if they can still have an opportunity to put a score on the board.
So 1st, like you said, and 20. And this is where, like I said, the high school levels take a shot. 2 receivers to each side. Thomas in the gun. Switches Hale over to his right. He's going to roll out here to the near side as he's looking for somebody to throw to. He throws it up, looking for Sykes, and it's nearly picked off. Let's see. No, they call it incomplete. The ball was thrown short of the receiver, Jaden Sykes.
And that was unfortunate. I know Hale just had a really nice run right there, but he kind of stood flat on his feet in the backfield and allowed a defender to come chase as he rushed his throw, ended up getting away with not getting an interception right there. That could be a little bit better of a block.
Yeah, the first kind of bad ball we've seen him throw, he just couldn't step into it. It's hard to sometimes roll out and get everything you want into the throw. So 2:24 left, 2nd and 20 from the 25. 3 receivers to the far side, a single receiver to the near side. The handoff goes to Hale. He picks up a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd and 18 for the Calvary. So I think they're kind of playing a little bit of chess here, keeping it on the ground. They don't want to give this Hornets team the ball back with any time left on the clock. So assuming this is probably going to also be 4-down territory, Drew, look for a couple big shots to the end zone possibly.
Yeah, well, they have a guy named Brock Corbin who actually is their kicker who has a really strong leg. I think if they can get inside, maybe the 15-yard line, they could have an opportunity to possibly kick it, but if not, it's definitely 4-down territory.
The 2 receivers again here to the near side as Sykes is wide out here, man in motion. And it's going to be offside, so it's going to be an extra 5 yards. And as S.J. Knight they're trying to make sure they get the call right because Knight did start to turn towards the line of scrimmage, but I believe the end kind of came across before.
Yeah, that was bang, bang, but he was kind of tilting a little bit, but it looks like they are calling that. They're changing the call. They're calling that on the airstrike boys. It was bang, bang.
Yeah, it was bang, bang. But you just got to be careful. Sometimes with the snap count and the cadence, you have to know. You have to kind of know when to turn towards the line of scrimmage, and he definitely turned too early, but we weren't sure if the defensive end came across the line first, but apparently the officials thought it was on the offense. So now 3rd and about 22 as they're going to keep it on the ground as Thomas is going to run it, and he doesn't get much there as he's tackled for about a 2-yard gain. It's going to bring up 4th and 20 now, or about 19 we'll call it. 1:24 left to go. We got an injury timeout as one of the Hornets are down. So, Drew, too far for a field goal, even though Corbin has a good leg, just a little bit too far out for Brock Corbin to kick a field goal or have a field goal attempt. So they're going to have to go to the air here. And this is where maybe I would come back to that screenplay they tried earlier in the series. So even though that got tipped away, it was set up perfectly.
Yeah, that screenplay would probably work extremely well right now, but I think in the mind of Coach Corbin, he's going to try at least give a shot to the end zone to Sykes again. They've went at it 3 times, so I would not be surprised for them to draw that up again. But, you also have Hale. We don't know if necessarily he can go up in high point of football, but he's also an athlete, and he's big. Maybe you give him a chance in the end zone. But right now, I think just being 20 yards away, at this point, you're going to have to try to throw the ball in towards the pylon or something like that.
Yeah, and maybe take another shot. It's just unfortunate for Sykes. He's facing the sun each time, and he can't quite find the football to really go up and make a play. So maybe the next half, when they're going the opposite way, maybe they'll connect on a few of those deep balls. So bring up 4th and 19 now for the Calvary. So they have 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Sykes here to the near side. Thomas in the backfield. He's going to throw it to the middle, and a little hook and ladder, and they get the pass completed, but they're going to be short of the first down. So a good idea, but it falls short as they pitch it out to Quinn Custer, but he can't quite get to the sticks, Drew, and that's another turnover on downs.
And I think that was a little bit of scouting on film, too. That might have been something that they knew was coming for something they need to get over 15-yard type of play. Great coverage right there. It looked like he had a cover 2 cloud look, and it ultimately gave up about 12 yards, but they needed 15. First down, Watkins Hornets.
Yeah, and what I do like is we've seen a bunch of different kind of plays. You know, we saw the fake punt. We saw a middle screen. And now we just saw that little hook and ladder. So they're really pulling out a lot, you know, of things. They're pulling out all the stops pretty much, trying to get anything going here. As now Watkins has the ball. A little handoff back this way. It goes to Jackson. No, that's Campbell. He breaks a couple tackles into the open space, trying to turn it up. And he's tackled right there at about the 43-yard line. But great little counter run by Marquise Campbell.
Yeah, they're back in that double wing set that we were talking about again. Watkins only has one timeout left, but look like there's a penalty flag back there. That might be all for none.
We're going to wait and see. They picked it up, so not sure if that was – maybe it just fell out of his pocket. We don't know. The clock is still running with 38 seconds left to go. Taking a lot of time here to get this play off. The officials are letting the clock run. They don't even have the sticks set. So they do stop the clock. Handoff goes to Zion Jackson. He counters back here. Zach Jackson finds an open space down inside the 35. There goes Zion Jackson. He fumbles the ball away. It's on the turf, but recovered by the Hornets. So, my goodness, a lot going on in that play, Drew, but they were able to fall on the ball.
Yeah, I kind of feel a little overstimulated right there. I'm watching the ball. I'm watching a guy that looks like he just jumped off sides, and then it looks like they're going to take the ball all the way to the house. Fumble happens. Then they get back on the ball. Disaster avoided. 24.8 left to go here in this first half.
So a little bit of luck on the Hornets side here with under a minute to go. They've waited forever. Seems like this whole quarter they did not have the football, and they're doing a lot with very little time. Already have more yards in just 2 plays than they did the whole first couple times they've had the football.
Yeah, again, this is only their second drive. EP only had the ball one time as well, so they moved the ball really effectively in that first possession, but right now getting a big chunk yardage, but only I think they just used their last timeout, so 24 seconds left, and with how they want to play and run the ball between the tackles, that could be dangerous.
So we'll see what kind of air attack they want to go with, because I feel like with no timeouts, they're going to have to at some point this drive with the ball in the 35, they're going to have to attempt a pass. But I don't know. They ran, they were on, the 30-some yard line and 2 big plays, and now they're knocking on the door at the 35 of Calvary. So I think there was another timeout called.
And it looks like that was by Calvary this time. So maybe trying to readjust themselves. Again, hey, you guys just got gashed 2 times in a row. Still a 0-0 game. You get the ball first come out in the second half. Get a stop right here.
Yeah, well, the Hornets found something.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Hey, play our ball. Let's go.
And then another big run there by Zion Jackson. And we see the speed in the open field with Jackson as he was ready to run off and take it to the house, but he forgot one key element, and that was the football.
Yeah, it was a great poke out right there, too. He was able to strip the ball away, and good thing for Watkins, they had people trailing the play, hopped on the ball, so they still keep it with just about 25 seconds left.
So tight formation, Jackson in the backfield. Again with Vinny. Vinny's going to back the pass. He's looking for a man, nobody to throw to. He's going to take off and run here near the sideline. Can't complete the pass. The ball's going to fall incomplete with 17 seconds left to go.
And it looks like Zachariah Mogues was wide open about the 10-yard line, but he was rolling to his right, just wasn't able to see him. Unfortunate play there for Watkins. Still about 17 seconds left to go.
Yeah, I saw the coaches jumping up and down, having a fit over there. So he saw what we saw up here in the booth. So number 24, Watkins limps off. That's Zachariah Mogues. Big target out there, tight end. Now in comes Nick Moore again.
So they have about time for 3 plays here, JD, if they can get the ball out of bounds. But clock management was the issue we saw last night, and now we're playing a couple divisions lower than what varsity football is.
Right.
So very tough possession right here to see if they can get a score.
We've got a single receiver to the far side of the field. Actually, now we have a slot. That's Campbell in the slot and Nick Moore out wide. As Jackson's in the backfield with Nakai Vinny. Vinny back to throw, looking for a man. Still looking, going to have to roll to the far side. He's going to take it himself, and he's tackled for a big loss there as he can't find anyone to throw to. Great defense there coming up, making the tackle by the Calvary.
Yeah, and it looks like about an extra 5 seconds ran off the clock. There should be about 10 seconds left, but unfortunately it's 5.1, so now about only time for one play here for Watkins.
Well, I don't know. Did he get out of bounds? I didn't know that maybe he did get out of bounds. I couldn't see it. Because I didn't think that Watkins had another timeout.
Yeah, what is they maybe got 4 timeouts here. I don't know, but they've called 3, and EP's called 2 or 3 as well.
Well, they have a timeout regardless. So we have 5 seconds left to go in the half. Watkins is trying to put a drive together and put some points on the board. As we did watch Calvary put a score on the board with Hale, but it was called back on a crucial holding. And then they were stopped on 4th down. So a big defensive game so far, back and forth. So far we've been scoreless in this first half. A lot different than the game we kind of saw last night, although it was a 7-6 game or a 7-7 game at halftime, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 7-7 at half, and again, it exploded there in the second half. Both teams scored 2 touchdowns each in double OT, but that missed extra point was crucial for Loudoun County. And it's just so crazy to see Jefferson start out the season 0-4, and they've won 3 games against really quality opponents. But the action looks like it's about to start right back up.
So all the Hornets have is 5 seconds, so this will be the final play, barring a penalty. You see the Calvary deep, a little Vinny back to throw. He's going to have to roll. He's just trying to find a man. He throws it way short of his receiver, just under a lot of pressure, couldn't step up. He did have a couple man wide open, but the Calvary did a good job. They were in a prevent defense, 2 safeties deep in the field. They're saying there's still just about a half a second left to go. So one final play. I don't know how that wasn't 5 seconds between the rollout, the setup, the throw.
I'll tell you what it was, is because they knew there was extra time on the clock, so they deserve at least one more play. But that was about 7 or 8 seconds if we're being realistic.
Yeah, it had to be, but they will get one more opportunity here before the half. And again, safeties are about 20 to 25 yards back, so playing a big kind of a prevent defense. I just wonder also how much time they give them to get the play off. I see 17 seconds on the clock, but it's not moving. So they got 2 receivers to each side of formation. That looks like a false start there. The handoff goes to Jackson, and I don't know what they're calling. The time went. All the players stopped, and the officials are just saying it was halftime, but he never was down. So I'm just really confused about those last couple plays, Drew. It's just kind of I really just don't have any answer.
Yeah, again, they're missing a typical official. Usually there's 4 officials out there having 2 sideline judges, because we didn't see any call over there if he was in bounds or out of bounds. So I guess they went off of what they interpreted. But again, a 0-0 first half, JD. I thought we were going to see some scoring, but hey, a little defensive battle is ensuing.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to come back and take a commercial break, and we're going to do our halftime recap. And we'll be back after a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Buying or selling real estate? Katra Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Cato Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes a safe and successful.
In the market for a new vehicle? Then look no further than CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg, all in one convenient location. We have over 350 new and used vehicles available, so you'll be sure to find exactly what you're looking for. And with CMA's Love It or Leave It promise and our lifetime powertrain warranty, you can buy with confidence. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
We are partnering with Home Team Sports to help our area high schools stream their game. And we just ask that you let our home team, myself, Jared Ferguson, the agent, Dylan Brewer, and our office manager, Yatna Almonte, help you and your home team. We have an office manager that is bilingual.
También hablamos español. Puedes llamarnos para una cotización gratis.
We're also a proud sponsor of the Berkeley County Youth Flag Football League. Jared Ferguson State Farm. Protect your life.
Here at the barn, we have been making dreams come true since 1972, where we help women feel their most beautiful for any occasion, from pageant, homecoming, and prom gowns, to walking down the aisle in the perfect wedding gown alongside their bridesmaid and their family. Stop by to meet your stylist today to find an affordable gown, and we do offer layaway.
Welcome to Cookies and Milk Child Care Center. We have 2 locations conveniently located in Kearneysville and Martinsburg. Our mission is to be the leading provider of higher quality care and education services for children ages 6 months to 12 years of age. We provide the highest quality child care available at an affordable cost. For more information, contact us at 304-901-2961.
Juwan is the ultimate hype guy. I love him. He's always positive. He's always pepping them up and firing them up.
Come Parker, work Parker, work Parker, work, 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 work.
Yeah, and we're really similar right there. I think Hedgesville's going to battle. I do think they have improved, but I think Musselman, they're going to take a lot of time off the clock, so they're not going to put up as many.
Hey, I'm Jeremiah. And I'm Braden, and we are Brothers Bin Blasting, your bin blasting all-stars.
A unique sanitizing service begins right after your local trash collection. With a scheduled pickup time and location, we arrive promptly to clean your bins on the spot.
Our advanced 360-degree cleaning heads and pressurized water heated to over 200 degrees ensures a powerful blast blasting away 99% of all germs and bacteria. Visit our website at brosbinblasting.com and use code GETBLASTED to receive 50% off your first cleaning.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality. Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Yep. And welcome back here to Washington High School and Home Team Sports TV. J.D. Fritz, Drew Pitzer joining me. And, Drew, we'll just recap really quickly what we saw in the first half. They're about ready to start this second half. A lot of defense, a lot of big shots and some missed opportunities for the Calvary. Almost some big plays there for Watkins there right before the halftime. But neither team could capitalize, and we're here all tied up at 0.
Yeah, I don't think that's the first half either one of us expected. But, again, you saw the way Zion Jackson was running the ball for the Watkins Hornets. But, again, EP Calvary had 2 opportunities. One they actually scored, and one was just a little bit overthrown to Sykes. So you see their big play capability. But the game's about to start back up, and here we go, J.D.
A little onside kick to start this second half. Taken there by number 7, finds a little room across midfield. And that is, what do we say, number 7? I'm sorry, here's my. Yeah, he's the one that caught the pass. That's Quinn Custer. They call him Slick. So a good return there by Custer. So ball, they'll start with the football on the 48 of the Hornets. The Hornets tried a little onside kick. So, again, the Calvary come out with 3 receivers here to the near side. Azzy in the gun. Hale to his right. Handoff will go to Hale. Picks his way for a couple. Still on his feet. Spins his way out of a tackle down near the 40. They're going to mark him at the 41. So, a nice gain there on first down by Shot Hale.
Yeah, again, that was just great patience there. He was watching his whole setup. The way that he was able to break a couple of tackles, which he was doing in the first half too, it's just the airstrike boys can't get too predictable. They run the same play about 4 or 5 times in that last series. They just started off with it again. They might have to change up what they want to do if they really want to get past this Watkins Hornets team.
Yeah, Hale picks up a lot of positive yards. So, again, go back to Hale. Nothing there, but Hale's strength just still picks up a yard, maybe 2, to bring up 3rd and 1.
So there's a lot of plays that you can draw up, and this is definitely 2-down territory right here as long as you don't get a penalty or a flag. This is something that they're going to draw up, and Coach Corbin, a tremendous offensive mind, he's going to draw up something that will definitely work well for what Azzy Thomas wants to do. I would not be surprised if we see another shot right here, but it's unfortunate that they're looking right again at that sun when they're driving. I think that definitely affects their passing game.
Yeah, and I don't know how they started on the same side of the field. Oh, well, the quarter switched at the end, so the fourth quarter they should be going the opposite way. But it's going to be 3rd and 2. And I don't know, I guess there was a timeout maybe. I don't know what they were huddling up over here. So the officials, kind of, I think, botched there towards the end of the first half. They got to do a better job with the clock and the management of the clock. So a tight formation here for the Calvary is Thomas in the pistol with a couple upbacks. He's going to lower his shoulder pad, has enough for the first down to move the chains down inside the 40. We're going to mark him around the 37-yard line.
So we'll see what they want to stick with. You know, what I've really been impressed with how Hale runs the ball. He reminds me a lot. This is an old school guy, but Le'Veon Bell, you know, how he played for the Steelers, just really patient back there, playing his own pace, and then he just goes. I love the way that he's running the football. I think you definitely have to stick with that, especially when you're going against the Sun here, JD. But also, I mean, you do have Mr. Entertainment and Sykes. He's definitely a big playmaker as well. I'm glad to see Liam Brewster's back out there as their center. I know that's a little bit better for communication that Azzy Thomas is trying to reach. But, again, you still have Brock Corbin out there wide, too. There's just a lot of different options that you got to use. You can't just rely all on Hale.
Right. The first down, handoff goes to Hale, straight up the middle, picks up about 3 on first down.
And there was another flag that was thrown right there. But it looks like I'm confused what happened right there. It looks like there's 2 men down. There was a flag out, JD, and then he ended up looking like he was waving it off. But now the teams are reconvening, and, you know, while that's happening, it looks like we should probably go take a commercial break and hear a word from our sponsors. Well,
it looks like number 4, Kyle Bean, a little shaken up, walking off the field a little gingerly there. He's their big lineman in there, opening up holes for Hale, so they can't afford to have him go down. They'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Get your ass across the field. Get open.
So again, we're just not sure. The officials are letting a lot of these timeouts linger, and they're getting a lot longer to huddle up. So some of these coaches are getting some free minutes and free timeouts, I think, Drew.
Yeah, because there was nobody. They didn't signal a timeout at all right there. None of the officials did. And, again, I know they're coming out of their free time and doing this on a Saturday, but it's not wrong to expect excellence. I think that should be a priority. If you're going to do something, you should try to be good at it. Didn't signal a single timeout. Both times that play has stopped here in the second half. Didn't say official timeout. I just think that's unexcusable.
So 2nd and 7, 3 receivers to the far side of the formation. Low snap. As he's going to have to roll out here to the near side. Set up and throw. The ball's in the air. Nearly picked off there as Azzy Thomas was hit just as he released the football.
Yeah, that was a scary play right there. It actually looked like he had something developing down the field. But, again, their line and the pressure that Watkins has been generating all throughout this game today has really affected what Azzy Thomas is trying to do.
Yeah, they definitely called a break there as he's under a lot of pressure. Brings up 3rd and 7 now for the Calvary. And another thing I've noticed is, you know, the play clock is kind of frozen on 17. It's been that way the whole game. So both these teams are getting quite a long time to call a play in the huddle. You shouldn't have time to come over and have a conversation with your quarterback for 10 or 15 seconds before you get back out to the field. So we're not sure if the officials are keeping time on the field or not.
Yeah, because it has to be one of the field judges who are paying attention to the clock, but it's almost like they're getting 50 seconds between plays.
Thomas back to throw. He's looking across the middle, going deep. Nobody there except for number 10. That's Josh Bennett for Watkins, and overthrowed Sykes once again. And still, we're not sure if it's the Sun or Sykes running the wrong route and just can't come up. It's 3 times we've seen a deep ball to Jaden Sykes and just haven't able to connect on that.
Yeah, and again, we know that is definitely their wide receiver 1, but he's only thrown to him exclusively today. I think for Azzy Thomas's next stage of his development, he has to be able to read through his progressions because he stared him down that whole time, delivered the ball. The safety got to read that. Again, that's 3 interceptions at the next level they'll be able to make. Azzy Thomas, extremely talented. When he makes that next leap, he's going to be hard to stop.
Yeah, I like Azzy, and I do like Sykes. He's a big, tall receiver that can stretch the field. So maybe we'll see them connect again later in this game as a little tight formation as Hale in the backfield. Looks like he's kind of in a wildcat, and there's going to be a false start on number 1, Javen Babbo. So started a little early. That is going to back up. So on 4th down, it was 4th and about 7. So now we're looking at 4th and 13. Maybe 4th and 12, we'll call it.
They're going to go for it now. So that was going to be another design fake punt, and I think now they're going to try to see if Azzy can go make a play. Being at the 39-yard line, I think they're going to take their chances.
Yeah, you almost have to. You could punt it away and pin the Hornets deep, but you've been playing good on defense so far, so even if you turn the ball over right here, it's not the worst thing in the world. But they are back to punt again. And Sykes will punt it away. Gets off a nice punt, but it's looks like it's going to sail and bounce into the end zone. So that'll come out to the 20, and that's where the Hornets will start with their first possession here in the second half.
Yeah, right there. I mean, I understand you want to punt it away. If you were able to pin him, that would have been a terrific decision, but only a net of 19 yards. Just unfortunate, JD. But, again, let's see what Watkins can do. Still a scoreless game as we move about halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah, we saw Watkins the last couple plays move the ball very quickly with less than a minute to go and got down near scoring position but wasn't able to punch it in towards the end of the half. Saw a couple big runs there, Marquise Campbell, and, again, Zion Jackson, and we'll think he will get much of the load once again this half.
Yeah, this is absolutely going to be his show. I mean, you saw what happened the only time he came off the field on the offensive side of the ball. Really stunted their first drive. They're going to give it to him early and often, see if he can break this defense down.
So once again, just a really long time in the huddle to get these plays away, and we're not sure if the official's letting them know. Usually, and when there's not a play clock running, usually the back judge lets them know when there's about 10 seconds left to go to get the play off. There are two receivers to the near side. Handoff goes to Jackson. Jackson finds some room up the middle and driving forward for about 7 yards. So let's bring up second. I guess they're going to give him 6 on the play, so bring up second and about 4
just
for
lost
the
a
Hornets.
yard.
Yeah, they moved the ball back a little bit. You just never know what these officials are going to do. So give them a yard, take it away a yard. 7:20 to go here in this third quarter. Still no score in the ball game. It's been a lot of defensive. So, again, two receivers here to the near side. Jackson, I formation. Nakai Vinny under center, hands it straight up the middle to Jackson. He breaks off a tackle, cuts it up near the midfield, breaks another tackle in. He is just weaving his way down past the 45, inside the 45 rather, to the 44. So another good run by Jackson, but just a lot of missed tackles there if you're Calvary.
Yeah, again, in Ashad Hale, the other running back for the Calvary, came up and delivered a really hard hit right there after you saw Jackson break about 3 tackles. Hopefully he's all right, but he was definitely moving extremely well right there.
Yeah, and Jackson's down on the field right now. As like you said, Drew, took that hard hit at the end of the run, but just very slippery. Yeah, like I said, he's a really slippery runner. We see the cutback. You know, he's weaving in and out, cuts back into the middle of the field, bounces out, back into the middle of the field. But you can tell he's just a really good athlete, and he just can make guys miss, and he was able to pick up an extra 15 yards on that run.
Yeah, again, that might have been a shoulder injury right there, but he's also limping a little bit. You know, hopefully maybe that was just a time for him to get a little bit of rest. But, you know, we talk about the time management, and, again, you know, we don't have what we typically have when we call the varsity football games, and we understand it's youth league football. It's going to be a little bit level below. But also I think, you know, communication just never has to be one of those things that has to cease. You should still expect, you know, the officials to try to do their job to the best of their ability.
Absolutely. So Jackson will get a break. Into the game now, I believe, is number 3, Marquise Campbell, lining up in the backfield for the Hornets. We'll see a different quarterback. There goes Marquise Campbell straight up the middle. He breaks loose. Can they catch him? Campbell in the open field. They're not going to get him. It's Marquise Campbell into the end zone for the first score of the afternoon, but there's a flag on the field. And, Drew, I believe this one might be coming back.
I saw it happen, but, again, I think that was a pretty clean run. There's holding on every single play, JD, but right there, a great play from the second guy running the ball all the way in. We see this has been the Jackson show to start this game, but to be able to become and be ready to go and take that all the way to the house, really respectable performance. It does look like this one is coming back.
Well, not only did they switch out running backs from Jackson to Campbell, but they switched quarterbacks. Vinny wasn't in there, and it was Julian Santana Mays handing the ball off to Campbell. But once again, just like we saw earlier in the game with the Calvary, a touchdown coming back. So both teams with missed opportunities there to put points on the board.
And again, there was a little bit of a hold right there, but it did not necessarily affect the play. I get you got to be able to call the game, but man, that was a good run there from Campbell.
He broke loose, broke a couple tackles, had the speed in the open field. He outrun guys in the secondary, but they're definitely going to come back to that. And you see that combination between Jackson and Campbell, a good 1-2 punch that this Hornets team has.
Yeah, and again, now, like you said, the quarterback change with Julius Santana Mays, I think it's a whole different opportunity for them to showcase something different. Another adjustment has been made from the Hornets.
So, again, Santana Mays does remain the quarterback. Campbell in the backfield behind Mays. See if they run it to him again. They do give it to Campbell again, and he stopped right there at the line of scrimmage as he tried to bounce it outside. But great defense coming up, making the play by the Calvary.
Yeah, again, that was the way to recover. I know that could have been a mental breaker for the Calvary, but they're still playing extremely hard. We got to realize, ladies and gentlemen, this Calvary team's a Division II team, and this Hornets team is a national championship contender every year, a Division I team. So incredible performance from the Calvary to be able to compete like this today.
Yeah, number 11, Gary Williams coming up along with Bryson Burnett for the EP Calvary, making that stop from their corner and outside linebacker positions.
A lot of time again, JD.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of downtime. We apologize. We're kind of waiting. We're just not used to so much time, and I'm not real sure. It's been years since I've been really associated with youth league football. I know in high school they give them, I think a 35-second play clock or something like that. So I'm not sure if they're giving them 45 seconds at this level. But anyway, 2nd and 10 now
20.
For the Hornets. Oh, excuse me. Yep, 2nd and 20. I apologize for the Hornets. It's Santana Mays back to throw a lefty. Little wobbler there. Comes up to try to make the catch as the receiver couldn't make it. It bounced off of the shoulder pad there, I believe, of number 16 for the Hornets. That was Sincere Andrews, and it popped up in the air for a second, and it looked like Nick Moore might have had a chance to make the play. He couldn't really locate where the ball was, and it ended up falling incomplete.
Yeah, and you saw it was Quinn Slick Custer, and he had James Cheetah Grinder in there trying to make a good play, and they rushed the quarterback and, again, made him make not necessarily the best play.
We're broadcasting. And if you could stay now, because you're in the way of our cameraman. Thank you, sir.
So 3rd and about 20 now.
We're here for the Calvary, brother. Thanks, Drew. He good. We good.
There's a timeout on the field. So we're going to take a quick commercial break and hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Where elegance meets function. Serving Martinsburg and surrounding areas for over 30 years, our expertly crafted decks and fences offer both beauty and protection. From classic woodwork to modern vinyl, experience the craftsmanship that truly elevates your space.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle with True Performance Fitness. I'm one of the owners here. True Performance Fitness as a whole, we brought this gym to the area and we wanted to bring every walk of fitness in one building. So that's exactly what we did. We have strongman, powerlifting, bodybuilding, CrossFit. We have posing rooms, a full turf, a full track outside. We even have a basketball court. We wanted everything to be under one roof. So that's just kind of the thing that we did. We also went out and we made sure that we got top of the line equipment. We also make sure that all the pads and everything are getting replaced and all the machines are being taken care of properly. That's just something we strive to do for this community. We also like to give back to the community with donations, fundraisers, and other stuff.
We are back here out of the timeout. J.D. Fritz join with Drew Pitzer. 5:17 left to go here in this third quarter. It is third and a long 20 now for the Hornets, as they're going to need a big play here, Drew, pick up this first down. They're in shotgun formation as Julian Mays throws it to a wide-open guy over there. That's number 16. That's Sincere Andrews, makes the catch, picks up a big play for a first down, Drew. One of those plays called a timeout. I'm pretty sure he was just standing over on the sidelines like he wasn't in the game. And the Calvary had no idea that he was standing over there.
Yeah, that was a 20. I mean, that was something you had to do to get 20 yards. It was kind of like the old play where you snap the ball, but you act like you didn't snap it and run up the field. A little trickery right there, but again, they had nobody covered him whatsoever.
Yeah, and the lefty Julian Mays throwing the football there, Santana Mays rather, instead of Nakai Vinny. So they like to use two quarterbacks. Single receiver to the far side of the formation again is Sincere Andrews as they hand the ball off. So good stop there by the Calvary. Bring up 2nd and 10 now. 4:42 left to go here in this third quarter.
This is the third possession that the Watkins Hornets have actually been inside of the red zone against this EP Calvary. 0 for 2 so far. Let's see if they can make it 0 for 3.
Yeah, they need a big stop here. I think they gave him a little bit of a loss on that play. So 2nd and almost 11, we'll say. The ball's right on the 15-yard line. So single receiver to the near side here is Andrews. Handoff goes to Campbell. And there's going to be a whistle. Let's see what they call. Did they even throw a flag?
I just heard a whistle, though.
Oh, I think he did throw the flag over here. We just didn't see it. Going to be a little false start. That's going to back up the Hornets 5. It'll bring up 2nd now and 15 from the 20. So they switch quarterbacks. They do running back by committee, running back by, or quarterback by committee as well, it looks like, apparently, as they bring the lefty in. Handoff, a little counter play here. That's Nick Moore. Finds a little room up the middle. Nick Moore's in for the Hornets. Scores. Nobody was home for the Calvary. And this one, Drew, no flags. It's going to count.
Yeah, there's no laundry on the field this time. That is the first touchdown of the game with 3:54 left to go in this third quarter. We'll see how the Airstrike boys respond.
Yeah, and it was just like a nice little counter play to Moore. Nobody was there in the middle of the field for the Calvary, and he just basically jogged into the end zone.
Yeah, again, that was his first touch of the game. But you see, this Watkins Hornets team has so many different weapons that can touch the football. We saw Jackson predominantly in the first half, but right now, as we move further along in this game, they've been just using running back and touches by committee.
So we'll see if they have a kicker or they're going to go for 2 here. The score is 6-0. It's not on the board, but so they will go for 2. So Marquise Campbell, counter back to the left, and he's in untouched for the 2-point conversion. So the score is 8-0 in favor of the Hornets now.
Well, I think it's a little bit different in this
So it's
level.
a 1 point. If you kick, it's 2. Right. I forgot about that. If you kick, it's 2. If you go for the conversion, it is just a single point. So it's now 7-0. Hornets.
It is, yeah, 7-0. That is the correct score, JD.
So 3:54 left to go here in this very long third quarter.
Yeah, extremely long. I mean, again, this game has had a lot of laundry, especially in the second half. You know, it just hasn't been the cleanest, and you expect that when you are on a youth league game, but still, it could be cleaned up a little bit. Both these teams are extremely talented. Let's let them get to play.
Yeah, and this quarter alone, this third quarter alone, probably almost took as long as the first half.
Oh, completely agree.
A lot of stoppage of play. A lot more laundry on the field too. I think in this third quarter so far. We had a fairly clean game in the first half. We've seen quite a few more penalties. As number 11 is set to kick it away, that's Damon Washington for the Hornets, and back deep, number 2 Jaden Sykes. I believe that's number 5 Ashad Hale to receive the kick for the Calvary.
Probably another little pooch again or another attempted onside.
And that is a little squibber. It's fallen on right there at the 48-yard line is where the Calvary will start.
Big series right here. And we'll see if Azzy Thomas is going to be on the field. I know he was icing that elbow up a little bit at halftime and also after that possession. So we'll see what happens here with the Airstrike boys and how they want to attack this Hornets team.
Yeah, and they've had opportunities in this game, Drew. You know, we saw the one touchdown was called back. They've went deep on a few plays, had opportunities for a big play, possibly even a touchdown, and just couldn't quite connect. So we have a new quarterback in the game now for the Calvary, and that's going to be number 11. That's Gary. They call him LG Williams. He's under center. Little wishbone formation. Hale takes the handoff. Not much there. He might have gotten a yard, and that's about it. Right to midfield. So bring up 2nd and 9 now for Calvary.
Yeah, again, now not having Azzy Thomas in the game, it really changes the whole element of what they want to do offensively. They're going to have to be more balanced now. We'll see what LG can do and move the football for the Airstrike boys.
Yeah, we're not sure if that definitely takes the whole passing element away. Not sure if LG can throw the football. Maybe not as well as Azzy Thomas does. So they got a power formation in the backfield. They get them to jump. So a good little hard count. We'll get 5 the easy way. So it's going to bring up 2nd and about 4. We'll call it 2nd and 5. You know it is 2nd and 4. Ball is on the 45-yard line. So a little pitch, not on the same page. Hale's got to go back and pick it up. He's trying to find some room here to the near side. The pursuit catches up, and Hale's tackled for a huge loss out to down to the 49. So about a 6 or 7 yard loss on that play.
Again, it's just Hale's talent. They could have been about a 12 to 15 yard loss. He still ended up getting back to almost the original line of scrimmage. Again, not having Azzy out there really changes what they want to do. They still have a chance, and you see Corbin down here warming up to kick the extra point. If there's a way he can get in there, somehow they could be up 8-7. All else just goes away.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you'd want to try to attempt the pitch when you have a new quarterback and definitely hasn't worked on that. At least today you haven't practiced it. So just not on the same page with your running backs. And they're trying that little pitch again, and the same thing, and the ball's on the turf. And I just don't know why you're not handing the ball straight up the middle or off tackle to Hale, as once again they lose about 4 or 5 on the play with 4th down upcoming, Drew.
Yeah, again, and now, you know, you've seen how Watkins is taking off at least 7 minutes every time they touch the football. It's dangerous time right now, and being 4th and, let's say, 13, I say you have to punt it away and trust your defense, see if they can make a play.
Yeah, you're still in the third quarter, so you have plenty of time for probably another couple possessions, you would hope. I don't know if they'll try to run this fake here again or not. They don't. And that is not a good punt this time, as it does take a little bit of a Calvary roll as the punt went straight up, got about a 10-yard roll down to the 25, and that's where the Hornets will take over there with a 7-point lead, 1:24 left to go. And we're going to take a quick commercial break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models, from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Welcome back to Home Team Sports here. We are live at Washington High School where the EP Calvary are playing the Hornets out of PG County. The Hornets now have a 7-0 lead here in the third quarter with 1:24 left to play. The Hornets have the ball once again, 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Handoff goes. There's a fall. Nick Moore on the little delay counter back here, and it looks like the Calvary forced a turnover, but a player is down for the EP Calvary. But they do recover the fumble there. Nick Moore just couldn't handle the ball, and it got knocked away.
And that looked like that was number 22. He actually popped it out. And again, that's Henry Smith who got in there, punched it away. He was already bobbling it from the carry, the initial handoff. So, again, it looks like Calvary got bailed out. 1:19 left to go in this third quarter. See if they can make something of this, JD.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he totally had the handoff, the handle on the football. And when you have a new quarterback in the game, I know Julian played the last series. Santana Mays played the last series, but when you switch out quarterbacks, the timing and everything's just not 100% in sync. And I know they've been alternating quarterbacks all season long. I'm not a big advocate of switching out quarterbacks per se. Running backs, yes, as a direct snap goes straight up the middle there. Let's see who that was in the backfield for the Calvary. They've had to really make several adjustments there. I believe that was number 11, LG, with the carry straight up the middle. And we have a player for the EP Calvary that doesn't have a number. He has a white jersey. I don't know if he might have a number on the front. We just can't see it.
I don't believe so either. It looks like it's like 14, I believe, is the number for him.
So just things kind of, when you see, as soon as you think they're falling apart for the Calvary, they come up with a big turnover here, and they're now 2nd and 8 from the 25-yard line. And that's number 7 with the direct snap. Turns it up, finds a little room, comes across the field, inside the 15, still on his feet down near the 10-yard line, and that's Quinn Slick Custer with a couple nice moves and puts them now in the red zone in a scoring position, Drew.
Yeah, again, he was slicker than snot right there, and he lives up to his name, made a couple people miss. It looks like this EP Calvary team definitely has a lot of life, and we'll see if they're able to get one more play off. About 10 seconds left to go here in this third quarter.
I don't think they're going to be able to do it. Looks like they're not in a big hurry. So that's going to probably do it here for this third quarter of play here at Washington High School, where the Watkins Hornets have a 7-0 lead over the EP Calvary, and we're going to take another commercial break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Opening in 2017, we have been the local hangout spot to watch a game and meet up with family and friends. With over 15 TVs, there isn't a bad seat in the house. We have arcade games, including the world's largest Pac-Man, 2 pool tables, and more, serving a full food menu ranging from appetizers to steak dinners, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days a week and later on weekends. Daily drink and food specials, and of course, happy hour from 3 to 6 Monday through Friday. Come on out to Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill.
Looking to enhance the beauty of your outdoor space? Look no further than R&L Landscapes. We understand that your outdoor space is more than just a yard. It's a place where memories are made with loved ones and where you find peace and tranquility. Our team of professionals will work closely with you to bring your vision to life. From expert design and installation to meticulous maintenance, we are committed to delivering breathtaking results that will make your neighbors green with envy. With our state-of-the-art equipment, we guarantee exceptional craftsmanship that will withstand the test of time. Contact R&L Landscapes today and let us turn your dreams into reality.
And we are back here at Home Team Sports TV at Washington High School. Start this fourth quarter. EP Calvary have it. 1st and goal now from the 9, looking to try to put their first points on the board and tie this game up, or possibly kick the extra point for maybe 2. So, and like we mentioned earlier, a conversion, if you run it or throw it, ends 1. If you kick it, it counts as 2.
And they're going power set right here. With they got LG Williams back there, seeing if they can create some sort of penetration, get the ball closer And it looks like as he picked up his helmet, so, we don't know the availability of him going into this fourth quarter, but that'll be interesting to watch.
And you got Sykes in the backfield, too, along with number 27, S.J. Knight. And carrying the ball there is number 11. That's L.G. Williams, and he doesn't get anything. As a matter of fact, he loses about 3 on the play. So I'm wondering, though, I don't see Hale in the game either. So not only do we not have Azzy Thomas available in the game, I don't think Ashad Hale's in there either.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't see him as well. So this is another interesting aspect that the Calvary have to deal with. This is a big, big possession for them as we're underneath 10 minutes left to go in this game.
Yeah, I'm looking for him on the sideline. He is standing over there by one of the coaches, so I'm not sure if he's not available, if he's hurt. He's just standing there, so I'm not sure why you would not want him in the game in situations like this when you have first and goal. So now you have second and goal from about the 12-yard line. So Quinn Custer in the backfield. And that's going to be some movement there across the line. Looks like number 23 moved Connor Rissler. So that's going to back the Calvary up 5 more, and they're just all out of sorts right now, Drew.
Again, the first half they looked extremely fundamentally sound, wasn't making a lot of turnovers or mistakes. In this second half, just been a different team, and obviously not having Azzy Thomas out there, who I'm sure you practice with 90% of your reps, really changes the dynamic of how this offense looks.
Yeah, and he's one of the big leaders on this team, and not having him out there, you can definitely see they're not as fluent, they're not as organized, and there seems to be a lot of confusion going on. So now we're second and goal. The ball is on the 17-yard line. So they have not attempted a pass.
A flag? They just threw another flag.
L.G. Williams. Coaches don't seem to be happy. They're asking the officials for an explanation, but the officials aren't walking over there to even give them one, Drew. So, again, it seems to be a lot of confusion going on between the coaches, the officials, and the players. And that's going to force the Calvary, I think, called a timeout to try to talk it over here. 2nd and 17. Second and goal from the 17 as we see them lose 3, and then another 5-yard penalty backed them up even more. So kind of their backs against the wall now. Still in scoring position, only second down, but they're definitely going to have a big play. And I feel like if you can't throw the football, you would go to Hale, but it's huge if you're not able to throw the ball to a guy like Sykes, and Hale's not your featured back. It just seems like you're really down 2 important players, 3 really, because that takes the element of your throw out. So Jaden's not able to, be out there as a receiving threat. You don't have Thomas as your quarterback, and Hale's not in there as your running back. Well, he's in there now. I see him going in the game now. So I'm not sure why he wasn't in the previous few plays.
Yeah, really confusing. But, again, I think when we spoke on Jaden Sykes and possibly putting him at the quarterback position, if you're going to just do direct snaps, he is labeled as an athlete. He's Mr. Entertainment. He's only had about 1 touch this whole game.
So they spread him out. 2 receivers to the far side of the formation. Single receiver here is Jaden Sykes. Hale in the backfield. Number 11, L.G. Williams. He's back to throw. He's looking for Sykes. Makes the catch. Trying to break a couple tackles. Breaks the initial tackle. Picks up about 10 yards down near the 10.
They fumbled it. Changing the call. That is first down. Watkins Hornets.
Driving for extra yards. Loses the ball. And you wonder, though, we are dealing with high school officials. Obviously, we're dealing with youth league officials. But I know he was fighting for extra yardage. But you got to almost think his forward progress was stopped on that play. And so the ball came out late.
Yeah, that was a confusing call because it looked like one of the officials said he was down, and the second one, no, they just changed the call again.
There we go.
Youth league football, baby, at its best. We've seen about 3 different calls.
Yeah, one official overruled 2, so you don't see that very often, but good call there by the official over here on the Calvary sideline.
That is the right call. His forward progress was stopped for at least a second.
Yeah, I mean, that's And you also need to blow that whistle a little bit earlier, and not risk a player getting injured when 3 or 4 players are coming in trying to converge and make the tackle and strip the ball away. Just not a good position for the runner to be in.
Yeah, and we saw Azzy Thomas just throw the ball over here to his pops, head coach Darren Thomas. Definitely a little ginger with that elbow. It's better to protect himself. He's such a young kid. Don't sacrifice your career for one game. Such a talent, and he's going to get better from this game.
So now they're 3rd and goal from the 10-yard line. Williams back to throw. He's looking for Sykes in the end zone. Overthrew him just a little bit. Good coverage out there. No flag on the play to bring up 4th down, and there's no doubt that the Calvary will go for this, Drew.
Yeah, again, you've seen how much the time of possession battle has been won from the Watkins Hornets. They might run the clock out if they're not able to score right here. You have to at least take another shot towards the end zone.
Yeah, they had 3 receivers to the far side. Single coverage over here with Sykes, but a good defensive play by the Hornets. So another player down. We've had a lot of players down in this game on both sides. So there's going to be another timeout on the field. So each team will get to talk it over here. Big 4th down. And we're going to take a quick commercial break of our own and be right back and hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Is unique and has their own real estate needs. Whether you are buying, selling, renting, or a seasoned investor, I got your back. My name is Cheryl Yates, an award-winning realtor with ERA Liberty Realty.
I've known Cheryl Yates for over 30 years now, and I've always found her to be the consummate real estate professional. On a personal level, Cheryl has handled 3 sales for us over the past 15 years or so and has done an excellent job on each and every one of them. She communicates extremely well, and you never have to worry about where you're at in the sales process.
What I like about Cheryl is she's dependable, she's on time, she's flexible, and she works hard to get the job done. We had our sales very quickly through Cheryl Yates.
Whatever your real estate needs may be.
And we are back. Home Team Sports TV. 4th down for the Calvary. Ball is on the 11-yard line. So 4th and goal. They need a touchdown right here. We'll see what they do as Williams is looking for a man back to throw. He's going to take off. He has to just throw it up in the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown, Calvary. Let's see who that was on the reception. It was a late throw by L.G. Williams. Still looking for the number.
He's been hugged by his whole team. I believe it's something with 3.
Number 3.
So that
was that Marquise Campbell? No, it was 23 there, and that's going to be Connor Rissler. Way to be Connor Rissler as he snuck just inside the goal line, and Williams was able to find him at the last second, man. What a throw and what a catch, and have a chance to tie this game up, Drew.
Yeah, they're going to go for the lead with this 2-point kick conversion is what I will call it. But, again, what a play there from the Rissler. I mean, he was an insane catch right there, had a toe touch. Great play right there. And now the whole tide can turn if they can make this kick.
Yeah, and Brock on to attempt this 2-point. They can't get the snap down, and there's a whistle. I think that's what held him up. It looked like he wasn't even placing the ball on the tee, so we're going to see what this penalty is all about. Going to be an offsides call on the Hornets, so they will get to retry from about 1.5 yards closer, Drew, because
big-time kick right here, though, especially from a 12-year-old. We'll see what happens. Again, I know his father, Alan Corbin, really well. He was the head coach at Mountain Ridge Middle for basketball, so I know he talks heavily about how well he can kick the football.
There we go. The snap, the hold, the kick. It's up, and it is good. So the Calvary take an 8-7 lead here with 8:26 left to go in this game, and that kick was huge, Drew.
Yeah, again, just having the ability to be able to kick the ball, and that's, my daughter, she's a girl, but I'm going to get her to kick the football too because there's a lot of money that can be made there. Great job there from Brock Corbin. Again, 8-7 game. The whole dynamic of this game changed in about a minute.
Yeah, the kicker is a huge element, especially in the youth league ages. And we saw last night in overtime the kicker for Loudoun County, who had a really good leg, just kind of shanked one a little to the right and missed an opportunity. And Jefferson was able to make theirs and won by 1 point in overtime, or double overtime, actually. So you see how important and crucial these kickers can be.
Yeah, again, just missing that kick last night opened the door for Jefferson to score a major fourth down play, though, from Jackson Rockwell to Ricardo Lewis, though. We talked about Ricardo the play before it happened. He said, hey, he's been screaming clot, but he's one of your biggest guys. Give him a touch. Yeah. And, boom, what happened? Rockwell made an incredible play. Jefferson knocks off their second team in a row, undefeated by 1 point.
So we'll see if this momentum now that Calvary has can carry over to the defensive side of the ball. As it looks like we're going to have a different kicker. It's not going to be Brock Corbin. It's going to be number 50, Landon Palmer. So maybe they're going to squib it, keep it on the ground here. And a little pooch kick near the 43-yard line, taken there by Nick Morris. Got some room, gets across midfield to about the 48. So short kick results in a decent return. So they've got, so the Hornets with 8:15 have really good field position.
Yeah, this is a big drive for them, too. If somehow the EP Calvary can hold them and stop them, because you know the Hornets are going to take time off the clock. That's what they do. They're going to eat up the clock. So if they can get a stop right here, huge opportunity for EP Calvary to capitalize and beat a Division I team today.
Yeah, and with this game on the line, possibly maybe not getting the ball back again, I would think if with Brock Collins, his leg, or Brock Corbin, excuse me, you would have thought they would have wanted to try to kick it deep and maybe away from the returners to try to pin them deeper. But right now they've got 48 yards to go to put some more points on the board.
And again, we don't see is that Jackson's not in the game, so they're sticking with Campbell. And also it looks like number 17's back in the game.
So Nakai Venny back in the game at quarterback. And I think that was there when they had the best rhythm going in that first half and earlier in the third quarters when they had Venny in. They've got Campbell in the backfield. Receiver, the handoff goes to Campbell. A little jump cut there. Another cut. There goes Campbell. He's off to the races. Can they get him? They're going to wrestle him down around the 15-yard line. But another huge run there for Campbell. That's Marquise Campbell, man. I tell you, he's been a great addition. And when they've needed a big play, Campbell's really stepped up, Drew.
Again, and that was a big play, but also give a shout-out to number 0, Brian Cook from the EP Calvary. He saved it for sure touchdown right there just by hustling and making sure that he can make that play. Could have saved 7. He might have ended up saving the game.
So this game is not over yet, Drew. We've had kind of a boring third quarter, to say the least, I would say. A lot of flags, a lot of confusion going on both sides. Hopefully this quarter already starting off with a lot of excitement with a Calvary touchdown and a big run there by Marquise Campbell.
Yeah, these officials really let these coaches all come out, and there's, again, probably the 12th timeout of the game when they're only supposed to get 6 each. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Buying or selling real estate? Cater Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Cater Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes a safe and successful.
In the market for a new vehicle? Then look no further than CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg and CMA's Chevrolet.
And we were back here, Washington High School. J.D. Fritz along with Drew Pitzer. We just watched Marquise Campbell pick up a big first down on a long run down to the 15-yard line. Single receiver here to the near side. Campbell's going to bounce it outside. Excuse me, that's not Campbell. That's number 6, Vincent Connor. He picks up a nice gain on first down inside the 10. Down, let's see, about the 8 or 9 yard line. Looks like he's a little shaken up on the play.
So is Cook from the EP Calvary. I mean, we've seen a lot of injuries. It's like we should have a blue tent just installed in each end of the end zone.
That was actually number 12, Antonio Peoples there, who's a little bit shaken up, gets up, walks off on his own power. So we're not sure if Jackson is hurt or not available, or it's just they're just switching out like running back by committee. You've got Campbell, who's had the hot hand this half for the Hornets, so they've pretty much just been riding him pretty much so far this half, Drew, and he's worked out really good. He's made some big runs.
Yeah, he's been exceptional, especially in the ground game. He's done everything he could have. I'm surprised they didn't give him a lot of touches in the first half, but Coach Lottie definitely told us he does running back by committee. He trusts all of his guys and his weapons, and he's utilized them extremely well.
So Sincere Andrews, the single receiver to the near side. Handoff goes to Vincent, straight up the middle. He's dancing his way inside the 5, close to the goal line. They don't signal a touchdown yet, but it looks like the ball might have come out. We'll see if the Calvary recover or he was down by contact. The officials are going to converge and talk about it. They're going to say he was down right at the 1-yard line. Probably a good call.
Yeah, that was definitely the right call. I mean, his momentum was stopped. Again, something similar to happened in that last possession. At least the officials are calling it both ways. We know they have an extremely difficult job.
Yeah, so again, we see Vincent Connor taking over for Campbell, and it's like the 3 running backs all have the same abilities. So Vincent will take it, bounce it outside, tries to run over a man and reach the ball across the goal line, and he does for the Hornets touchdown. So 6:04 left, and the Hornets score 6 more.
Now, are they going to try to kick it here, JD? Because, again, if they go for the regular conversion, which is just going for from the 2, it just makes it 13. So I think right now you at least got to try to kick it, see what worse could happen. But that actually was probably what worked out best for the EP Calvary. We've seen how much they've been chunking them after the second half started. So now you have 6 minutes to go out there and see if you can go win the game on offense.
Right, and if you work things correctly, keep the ball away and run this timeout and keep the ball last and score a touchdown to take the lead and leave the Hornets with very little time left, as they are going to attempt to kick a 2-point conversion. So this would be huge for the Hornets if they can convert on this.
Because if they miss it, all the Calvary needs is a touchdown. That's going to be – they could win the game.
Snap's good. The hold, the kick does sail. It's good. The official over here says good. I was waiting to see the official underneath the goalpost. It does just clear the crossbar for 2 points. And that'll put Watkins Hornets up. They haven't put, it's 15-8 now. So all the pressure once again on the EP Calvary.
Yeah, so now, I mean, again, but if somehow the Calvary score and they can make that 2-point conversion kick, they still will be in the lead. So with Corbin's ability to knock it through the uprights, and that was an extremely lucky kick because I think it actually got elevation from the block. I think it was going to be short.
They did come through there, and it looked like it did get tipped somehow. I was surprised it wasn't blocked. But all you need is for it to just clear that crossbar by just even 1 inch, Drew. And so no score the whole first half, or really the whole 3 quarters, Drew. And this fourth quarter has been everything we thought the whole game would be. But it was a defensive game, back and forth, a couple penalties and turnovers. But now we're actually starting to see some good action here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's been fun after that third quarter was really quiet and filled with a lot of laundry, but big time, kick right here. See if
onside kick, and I don't know, they see if they recover, and they do. The Hornets let it go 10 yards. Nobody from the Calvary came up to recover the kick. I think they thought it was going to fall short of 10 yards, and it managed to roll an extra yard. And nobody was there to recover for the Calvary. Big mistake, Drew.
Again, and that's kind of why it's youth league and rec league football, because in high school they run over those situations every day in practice. Hey, once that ball hits 10 yards, somebody has to fly on it. Right there, it ended up going to about 12, so nobody jumped on it. They thought it didn't go the full 10. That's a huge mistake from the Calvary, and now the game is really all in the Watkins Hornets' hands.
Yeah, and again, somehow the ball gets back to the 50 when we know it was recovered at least a yard on the other side of midfield. But 5:59 left, They're going to throw the ball, and that's Vinny going deep to a wide-open receiver, and that's number 10. He can't make the catch. Josh Benton, in and out of the hands, would have had a sure touchdown and probably all but put this game away. And he would want that one back, Drew.
Yeah, again, that was the same kind of design they had last time, having him almost on the sideline but still in the field of play. They had no corner over top, just threw it up and unfortunately dropped it. Really bailed out the EP Calvary right there.
And you see the Calvary kind of talking amongst each other towards the coaches on the sideline, just not all on the same page. Fool me once, but you definitely shouldn't fool you twice on a play like that. And unfortunately for the Calvary, the Hornets were able, to get away with one, but Calvary made out because he wasn't able to catch the football. But man, that could have been devastating. So 2nd and 10. The handoff goes to Campbell. He's going to cut the other way, picks up maybe 2 on the play, bring up 2nd and 8.
No, it's actually 3rd and 8. Yep.
Oh, 3rd, excuse me. So 3rd, and they're going to call it 9. It's just kind of weird where these officials sometimes spot the ball.
Mm-hmm. Been a very awkward and peculiar game to be a part of.
Right. So Vinny getting a play from Coach. Taking a lot of time to get this play off. Once again, we don't have a play clock. So Vinny, they're going to get him with a hard count. They did throw the flag. The official threw a late flag. Coach Thomas not happy with that because I'm right here, and I don't – it was an iffy call. It could have gone either way. It didn't look like he jumped into the neutral zone, but it's, again, that's one of those calls that's, falls on the discretion of the official.
Yeah, and the clock needs to keep running right here, and now they started it. But, again, that was right there. It looked like his head actually did cross the neutral zone, and that's just enough to call it. But I think definitely a petty call. Could have let that one go because he got himself right back. But now it makes it very much manageable.
A single receiver here to the near side. High snap. Campbell's got to bobble it. I'm sorry, that's Vincent. He bobbles it, gets it back, but tackled at the line of scrimmage. And we've seen some really close handoffs that are just barely getting in there, and these running backs aren't always getting the handle on it.
I do believe that was Marquise Campbell
was it
right
Marquise
there. Yeah.
Campbell?
But definitely, that was a huge bobble.
Okay.
I thought it was going to go fall right into Baba's hand right there, and just another extremely lucky play. But still, now it's about 4:20 left to go in this ball game. It's crunch time.
Yeah, so they had Vincent and Campbell in the game and at the same time. So once again, so Marquise Campbell is split out wide here to the near side. And Vincent's in the backfield with quarterback Nakai. Throws it. He's going to look for Campbell. The ball falls short. And just not able to step into the throw. Campbell had to try to come back. Couldn't make the catch.
Good route design right there, too. He just got ahead of the sticks. That's what you were looking for. A little bit better of a pass and maybe even a little bit better of a route, which you clean up as you get older. That is definitely a good play call, though.
Yeah, and a big stop there on 4th down for the Calvary. So they get the ball back with just under 4 minutes to go, have a chance to try to score a touchdown and possibly win this football game.
Yeah, they'll definitely kick the 2-point kick for sure, though. There's no doubt in my mind, so we'll see what happens. I think the Calvary still have 2 timeouts left. I don't believe Watkins has any.
The man in motion. That's Brian Cook in motion. Number 11. Nice pass there to Jaden Sykes. He breaks a tackle. The ball comes out, but he's down first. And Sykes just needs to make sure he holds on to that football. He picks up about 9 on the play.
LG's been doing a great job getting him touches.
He's definitely come in and done a good quality job at quarterback in place of Azzy Thomas. Thomas gives you more of an element of running the ball, but LG has done a pretty good job throwing the ball when he's needed to.
Absolutely.
2 receivers to each side. Hale in the backfield to the left of Williams. Williams back to throw, has some time. Going to throw it deep. He's going for Sykes, and he can't connect with Jaden Sykes again. Sykes has been open a numerous times downfield. They just can't quite get it together.
Again, and Henry Smith was streaking right down the numbers, too. He was wide open as well. I know this team really loves Sykes, and he's clearly the wide receiver 1. But I hope that eventually they try to get some of these other guys involved because there's talent everywhere, especially at these wideouts.
Yeah, and what a ball there by Williams. I didn't think he had quite that kind of arm strength from just a couple of the balls. And we're going to take a quick commercial break while we have a timeout on the field and hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Vehicle? Then look no further than CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg, all in one convenient location. We have over 350 new and used vehicles available, so you'll be sure to find exactly what you're looking for. And with CMA's Love It or Leave It promise and our lifetime powertrain warranty, you can buy with confidence. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
We are partnering with Home Team Sports to help our area high schools stream their game. And we just ask that you let our home team, myself, Jared Ferguson, the agent, Dylan Brewer, and our office manager, Yatna Almonte, help you and your home team. We have an office manager that is bilingual.
También hablamos español. Puedes llamarnos para una cotización gratis.
We're also a proud sponsor of the Berkeley County Youth Flag Football League, Jared Ferguson State Farm.
And we are back here at Washington High School. The EP Calvary have a big 3rd and 4 upcoming. 2 receivers to each side of the formation as quarterback L.G. Williams. In the backfield with him is S.J. Knight. A bad snap. Williams got to go way back to pick it up. Trying to run it. Is he going to get to the first down marker? I don't know. He does pick up the first down, but there's going to be a flag, and I'm sure that's a block in the back. I saw that's going to be coming back, Drew.
Yeah, it looks like it was. And unfortunately, that's made it play out of something out of nothing, but right there, really going to be a tough thing to overcome. It goes from being 3rd and 4 to about 3rd. Whoa, did they wave it off? He definitely dropped that flag, though, JD. We both saw that.
We did. But, again, we don't know if some of these flags are just falling out of the pockets of these
that
officials.
One he threw. He threw that one. Yeah, he dropped it. I saw him.
Well, he picked the flag up. I guess they deemed it a legal hit. It wasn't a block in the back. It was nice that the officials were able to kind of get together on that to make a decision. So it'll be. Well, they're calling it 4th down. The yard marker says 4th, but he clearly got that first down, I thought.
Oh, man.
So yeah, it's just been a lot of confusion, not only, like I said, between the officials and the coaches, and then that carries down to the players. And so the officials are going to get together again and conversate about, I guess, the last play or possibly the spot.
I mean, it's clear that was clearly a first down, but I thought over a yard. And now, if you even look at the yard marker with the down, it's ahead of the stick almost.
And we watched our high school games have been closer or less than that, and they've called them first downs. I mean, that is right on the marker. I mean, you would think that in this juncture of the game that the Calvary could ask for a measurement.
That's exactly what's happening right now.
What kind of day and age are we? Saw it last night as well in the high school game. They gave Jefferson the first down, but clearly it was close enough for a measurement. And if you're the coach of Loudoun County, you would think you could demand a measurement. And I don't know if you get a certain amount, but I just haven't. It seems like measuring for a first down is almost like a lost art anymore.
Yeah, I know. It looks like the officials are calling for them to bring out the measurements, but it doesn't look like the guys with the sticks are moving whatsoever.
Well, and the players are up ready to snap the ball. The official moved the ball back 4 inches. Now moved it back a couple more inches.
They're asking for the sticks, and the guys.
And he's moving it back again. I just don't understand that once you spot the ball, and now the other official moves it forward. Like, this is getting ridiculous. I mean, if you're an official and once you've spot the ball, you don't touch the football.
Yeah, this has just been really. I don't mean to be critical because, again, this is volunteers putting out their time, but they are also getting paid. So I just feel like this hasn't been fair to either side. At least it's been both ways, but it has not been fair.
Well, especially once one official has spotted the ball and another official comes in and moves the ball either back or forward, and then now they're having a discussion about where the spot should actually be. But either way, they're bringing the chains out to see if this is going to be a first down or if it is going to remain 4th down 2:35 left to go here in the ball game. The Hornets have a 15-8 lead, so this would be a big, and it is going to be short by about 6 inches, it looks like. And no doubt the Hornets will, the Calvary will have to go for this.
Yeah, only 2:35 left to go, and they don't have enough timeouts to stop the clock from them running it out clearly because they're giving them about a minute between each place. It's just, this has not been one of the best officiated games I've seen. I'll say that.
But I'm at least glad that they came out and they measured. I think that was the correct decision to make. Instead of trying to eye it up and guess, and one official saying the ball should be here, and the other one saying it should be here, just spot the ball, bring the chains out, and then we can determine whether it's first down or fourth down.
Right. No, I completely agree. It's just you have to find some sort of consistency. This second half has been over an hour and a half long. Just, it's unexcusable.
And I'm not sure, with especially this fourth down opportunity, why you would not have Hale in the backfield. But nonetheless, L.G. Williams takes a direct snap. He's got some room here to the right side, picks up plenty for the first down close to the 35. They're going to mark him at the 36. So a big fourth down conversion here, Drew.
Yeah, again, that was an odd play call, but it ended up working right there. He stretched across, not realizing how much yardage he actually gained. That could have been very dangerous, but nonetheless, first down, we're getting close to being to the 2-minute drill, JD.
Yeah, and they definitely needed to pick that up, or this game would have pretty much been over. So again, Hale remains out here, split out wide as a receiver, and in the backfield is S.J. Knight. They swing it to Hale. Low pass, but Hale makes the catch. Slips past one tackler and just tripped up there around the 31. It's going to bring up second and about 6.
Yeah, again, I like that play call right there, but it just looked like he kind of had a false step that ended up not paying dividends. It allowed Watkins to be able to catch up and make that play.
Yeah, and so, again, 2 receivers to each side. Williams back to throw. He's got some room up the middle. He's going to take off and run. Sidesteps one tackler inside the 20 to about the 17. So they're finally moving the ball and getting some positive yards, Drew, and now they're in scoring position with just a little over 120 to go in the game.
Yeah, Sykes is a little decoy right there. Sent him deep, and they all the secondary watched him. You just saw LG just take it right up the middle.
So now they're running a little tempo, a little screen pass out here to Hale. He keeps his feet, but going to lose a couple on the play. So the clock still continues to run. And there again, you're throwing to the short side of the field. And I know your 2 best players, and Sykes and Hale, are on this side, but I don't know why you wouldn't flip the field and throw more to the wide side.
Completely agree. You have more space over there.
Williams going to throw it up. He's got a wide open Sykes and makes the catch, breaks the tackle into the end zone for the Calvary touchdown. So you see a little confusion in the secondary of that defense on that quick snap, and nobody was home. He break one tackle and into the end zone for the score, Drew.
Yeah, 44 seconds left to go, and what a dot there from LG, to come in here for Azzy Thomas. Really tough position against a high-level Division I team. Sykes goes in there, lives up to his name, Mr. Entertainment, pops his head right back around, relatively quiet all day, ends up making a huge score. The biggest kick of the season up right now.
It is. This is the biggest play of this football game with 44 seconds left. Make or miss, you're either winning this football game, potentially win this football game, or lose this football game with a pending onside kick possibly if he misses.
Yeah, again, they only have one timeout left, so this could be a huge opportunity. And there's a false start.
Oh, they don't want that.
Man. Oh, that's not good.
That's a tough call, as it looked like the defense was kind of baiting them into that as they were kind of trying to jump forward towards the line. I'm not sure what the rule is with that.
So that'd be
King, don't forget you on the mic with us.
And it's a good thing that kick would have not counted. They got up under it too much and would have been well short.
Whoa, they didn't move the ball back? They actually moved it forward, but they definitely clearly called a false start.
Well, maybe that was just the wrong call. Maybe it was a defensive offsides. So the official's calling a timeout. Never seen the official actually do the timeout signal. Oh, I'm sorry. He initialed timeout, and so Watkins is going to take a timeout. But my goodness, we're going to stay right here while they do. A lot going on here these last couple series. I tell you, it's just been a long, drawn-out second half of this football game.
Yeah, again, we understand that this is not the easiest thing in the world to do it, but this second half has gotten away from it, and both sides it hasn't been fair to. But also, I think, fans and coaches alike got to realize, you're putting a lot of pressure on this crew that doesn't even have a full crew. They're not operating at full strength, and there's just been so much back and forth. It's really been unprofessional in a lot of ways, and we just hope that this game can end the way it's supposed to. But I just don't like how this game has turned out, and it's really fallen on a lot of these officials' shoulders.
Yeah, it started off really good. The play was good. The officiating was good. And then somehow things just kind of started, falling apart for everybody from the officials down. And we've seen the coaches get away with some things that normally wouldn't. Some injuries to players. So, each team doesn't have their best players out there, especially with Azzy Thomas not being able to get a game. But, hey, that, take away nothing from LG Williams. He's played an exceptional second half to this football game, stepped up big time for his team, threw a touchdown pass earlier in the fourth quarter, and has made a couple nice passes here. So, again, Brock Corbin on to kick the conversion for 2 points to take this lead. The snap's good to hold. The kick is going to be short. He got up under it too much. It's no good. And the score remains the Hornets 15, the Calvary 14, and that could all but do it, Drew.
Oh, man, that's just unfortunate.
An onside kick, I'm sure, is coming up here for the Calvaries. Corbin looks to be down the kicker, and the coach there, Kevin Brewster, is just hollering at the official for a roughing, I believe. Not sure. We'd have to go back and watch that replay, but he's definitely down on the field. And now Coach Darren Thomas out on the field talking to the official.
This is just ugly, man. This is not, again, we understand there's got to be passion and understanding, but these are also kids out here. We're teaching kids that when stuff doesn't go your way, it's okay to yell and go off on people.
Right.
That's not what we should be about, at least in my personal opinion. I love to see the passion, but also let's keep the respect there too.
True. Excuse me, that wasn't Kevin Brewster out there carrying on like that. Might have been Alan Corbin.
No, that was not.
It wasn't.
No.
It wasn't Corbin. I'm not sure which coach that was. We apologize. But either way, they're definitely having a conversation as there's 3 coaches for, including, it looks like even almost a team mom out on the field. We should just not have that many coaches. There's a photographer on the field. I don't know what's going on here. We have one of our crew members out there, Keith Holmes, our cameraman. He's out there trying to figure out what the heck is going on.
Yeah, and it's 44 seconds left in this game. Still some time, but, again, we hope Brock Corbin is okay. That definitely was something illegal, I guess, happened, at least in the mind of the EP Calvary. But, again, in life, things are going to happen. You're not always going to get your bounces to go your way. You shouldn't be able just to lash out at people just because it doesn't go the way you want it to.
Yeah, and it's just unfortunate. There's no winners in this, and really it's – I get it. I've been part of a lot of these heated games in just a youth football league, but at the end of the day, these are kids, and they're gonna live to fight another day. They have a lot of football ahead of them, and sometimes, as coaches and even parents in the stands, we lose sight of that.
Mm-hmm. But these kids watch this. I mean, they're going to see some of this behavior from the adults, and that's where they're going to. That's a role model. So it's just not. I don't know. It's just something I take issue with because I think you should always try to be the best version of yourself every single day.
And I'm shocked there wasn't a flag, a personal foul on the coaching staff of the EP Calvary because they really got a little bit too in your face for me as far as the officials go. And an onside, no, not an onside, a little pooch kick, I'm surprised. And Campbell's going to take it right there around the 32-yard line. He finds some daylight, nearly knocked out there as Campbell holds on to the ball, and he's tackled right around midfield with 39 seconds. I really don't understand that kick. So right there you would think an onside kick would be what you want to go with. I don't know if they were just trying to catch the Hornets off guard or not.
Or even if they would have took it back to the house and made it an 8-point game or a 7-point game, saying if they missed the extra point, you would have had some time with the ball. So I could see that strategy, but you made the tackle.
Well, if you're going to do that, you just let them return it for a touchdown. So that gives you some, a few more seconds. But he might have had the presence of mind to kneel the ball, and slide down as we've seen before. So this one will be over, I would think, unless.
See, I don't like sitting on the field like that during. That's not professional. That's what we're teaching our kids.
So a little hard count there, I believe. So yeah, the Calvary's just lost kind of all composure now, and that should do it. That's takes a knee. We got 20 seconds left to go.
Yeah. I mean, who would you think would be our player of the game? I mean,
I like, with the Hornets, I like either Campbell showed up and showed out here in the second half. He was huge, I believe, and I think, Marquise Campbell would be the guy that I would pick for the Hornets. They had several players step up really big. I'm not sure what happened with Zion Jackson. He was the man that really, had a lot of big plays earlier in the first half. I don't know if he was just if he was hurt or they just, were doing the running back by committee. But my vote is Campbell because that's who really made a lot of the big plays in the second half for the Hornets.
Yeah, again, but this is just absolutely, again, Marquise Campbell had a good game, Zion Jackson, but just the performance from us as adults, we got to be better, man. We have to be better. So, yeah.
And we're going to take a quick commercial break and hear a word from our sponsors, and we will have Marquise Campbell up here in the booth for an interview right here momentarily. We'll be back right after this.
Yeah, and we're really similar right there. I think Hedgesville's going to battle. I do think they have improved, but I think Musselman.
Hey, I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Braden, and we are Brothers Bin Blasting, your bin blasting all-stars.
A unique sanitizing service begins right after your local trash collection. With a scheduled pickup time and location, we arrive promptly to clean your bins on the spot.
Our advanced 360-degree cleaning heads and pressurized water heated to over 200 degrees ensures a powerful blast blasting away 99% of all germs and bacteria. Visit our website at brosbinblasting.com and use code GETBLASTED to receive 50% off your first cleaning.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality. Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
And we are back here at Washington High School, Home Team Sports. I'm J.D. Fritz, and I'm joined by the Home Team Sports player of the game, Marquise Campbell. Marquise, one heck of a game, man. You really stepped up in the second half. Zion kind of took over in the first half. You were the man in the second half. A bunch of big plays, almost nearly returned a kick there at the end of the game. Talk about what Coach said at halftime. It was all tied up at 0, but you guys really came out firing in the second half.
Halftime, had to come out, had to do me, be myself, had to pick up my brother that got hurt, kind of beat up the better person, had to tote the run, had to do it for him for that run.
Right.
know?
So Zion did go down with an injury. We weren't sure if you all were just switching in and out or he had a little bit of an injury there.
Yeah, he got hurt that day. I mean, he got hurt on the field, on the play that day.
Okay.
Yeah,
you guys did an incredible job. Came down from, PG County, made the trip here. You knew it was going to be a tough opponent against here, the EP Calvary. Kind of talk about what your coach, Coach Lottie, what the game plan was coming in.
The game plan was stopping them. Number 5, they best player. Stop the 70s he been doing. And number 2, they wide receiver they always want to throw the ball to, But he still got a couple plays that he had on us,
Right.
But we still got build up, stop for the next week.
Yeah, you guys did a great job. And speaking of next week, who do you guys got next week?
We got DMVU. That we lost to first game of the season.
Yeah, so you guys want a little get back on them, right?
Yeah,
Lost
for
pretty.
sure.
Yeah, so okay. Well, look, good luck. We're going to keep this nice and short, but congratulations, our home team sports player of the game, Marquise Campbell, did a heck of a job today, young man, and good luck next week.
For sure.
That's going to do it here at Washington High School and Home Team Sports. Thanks all my staff for coming out today, working hard, long, hot, sunny day, and we will be back Friday night at Jefferson High School against Musselman. That's all I got. God bless, and good afternoon.